Let's go for it. Cheers. Stage 5 of the UAE Tour, the Middle East's only World Tour race, was the Al Ain Waters stage and the second and final big GC appointment for the riders during the week. Adam Yates controlling a healthy 1 minute and 7 second advantage, but with the final climb of Jebel Hafit, the second time this week that it would feature in the race, well, he knew that he had to be ever vigilant. Group of 5 finally racing clear of the field, including James Knox of the declining Quick Step squad. Very useful climber. Larry Warbass in there as well, as was the Italian duo Andrea Garosio and Christian Scaroni. Tosh van der Sande of Belgium and Lotto Soudal making it into the move of the day. The wind blew and it offered opportunity for the likes of Groupama, FDJ and some of the other teams to put the cat among the pigeons and really mix it up and cause a lot of riders to flounder in their wake. Although eventually a ceasefire was called, they put the group back together again. And the 5 up front enjoyed a narrow advantage of just around about 2 minutes and 20 seconds by the time they began the final 10.8 kilometre climb. An average of 5.4% really didn't tell the full story. A small little descent in there really drags the gradient average down ever so slightly. And James Knox it was who was the best climber of the 5 riders up front as the group of favourites started to assemble, and without them would be Chris Froome on bottle duty for much of the day for the Ineos squad. His comeback continues. He'd handed over to Eddie Dunbar, but as James Knox was caught within 4 kilometres of the climb, we were down to the top 4 general classification favourites. Adam Yates in red, having to be ever vigilant to the series of attacks that came from Tadej Pogacar, and when Adam Yates threw in 1 or 2 of his own, it proved extremely difficult for the others to close the gap. Lutsenko suffering, but it was Pogacar that managed to make it across to the Englishman quicker than the rest. Lutsenko would join back in, so too David Gaudu. The top 4 went into the final sprint. Lutsenko led into the final bend, but Pogacar had what it took to throw the bike at the line. Sensational finish from the young Slovenian, and he takes a first victory of the week for the UAE Team Emirates squad. Refusing to capitulate, the 21-year-old gets the glory on the day, and Adam Yates right there in 3rd place, giving up very little time to his general classification rivals. Frustration for Lutsenko, celebrated a little bit early. Pogacar only knows one way, and he gets across the line first ahead of Lutsenko and Yates, Gaudu thereabouts, Zakarin and the rest. In overall terms, well, very little given away by Adam Yates. He has control of general classification, over a minute clear of Tadej Pogacar. Alexei Lutsenko over 1.5 minutes back.